Hello, everybody. We're back again for our last session. And, we're going to have kind of our final thoughts, what we feel the future holds. I think there was a question for me. I didn't see it, but I think Dr. Todd and Bruce saw it about what happened to my revenue, when I started paring down my pharmacy. And I did not see it go down at all. If anything, I think the revenue went up because we were concentrating more on, medicine and not on pharmacy. And there was also a comment about, do we feel that the veterinary in-hospital veterinary pharmacies are just going to become obsolete? They're going to go away. I personally feel like they're going to pare down to bare bones, but what I think is still important, for those patients that come in vomiting, diarrhea, we want to be able to just send them home with some medication so they don't have to take that extra step with their sick animal and have to, go to a pharmacy or order it and wait. So I don't think they're going to completely go away, but I do feel like it's going to bare bones, like down to hardly anything, maybe a couple of, foods and a few medications kind of thing. So Dr. Todd, let's hear from you next, and then Bruce.
Yeah, I agree. I think as I mentioned before, paring down what we carry in hospital to what's absolutely necessary to go home with our the cases we see most often is important. I think that what I wanted to stress is to use your vendors. So obviously, I work for Royal Canin, and just what we offer discounts on subscriptions, right? So similar to what like a Chewy would offer, you guys have that through many of the major online pharmacies as well. So to work with your vendors with what they offer to your hospitals. We also have experts specifically designated to digital technology to help train your hospitals and work with business planning and processes that will help you to become more efficient with the use of your online pharmacies. Now, will we ever be able to compete with these juggernauts of marketing and whatnot? No, but we can certainly put processes in place to help to concentrate on the things that matter most to your clients, and that's that convenience, that option to get that home delivery. They're going to pay more if you communicate effectively, which is another big thing we can help you with as vendors. And obviously, the online pharmacies, VetSource, Covetra's, they have teams that will help to really get your hospitals and your staff efficient at the tools that they offer. So really that's what I want to stress is reach out to your vendors that you use, because I'm speaking for Royal Canin, but I'm sure everybody has it. We have those resources for you. You just need to come to us and say, hey, I really want to start diving in to utilizing my online pharmacy more efficiently, and we can help you with that. So
Great, thanks. And Bruce, what are your thoughts for the future?
And lots of good questions and comments, and we all really appreciate it. I think I would echo Dr. Good and Dr. East's comments in terms of the future. So look towards the pharmacy continuing to shrink, I should say, in clinic. However, you can supplement that by your professional services and then also having your own veterinary online pharmacy partner, like a VetSource, like a Midwest. Just choose a partner, but also be comfortable with. And I think the jury is still out on what companies like Chewy are doing and the value they can or cannot add to your practice, but be open to exploring those also, right? Because that's where your clients are, and you want to be where your clients are at that time and give them the choice. We want clients to have that choice. A couple of other comments, kind of tangential, but I would add to this in the closing comments. We have some colleagues on the group tonight that are pharmaceutical folks, right, in the pharmaceutical industry. And so we need to be thinking on that end about how that role of a salesperson is going to change as the pharmacy continues to shrink and move more online. What's the role of that salesperson? You know, more education, different things like that. But the traditional model is changing, much like it has changed in human healthcare, and what those salespeople do. And my last two comments would be, number one, if your practice doesn't have 24/7 access, you really need to make those moves now. So are you providing an online pharmacy where your clients can order 24/7? Are you allowing your clients to book appointments 24/7? If you're not doing that, if you're not opening on weekend, this is a whole nother rabbit hole I just will briefly comment on, but if you're not open on the weekends, if you're not open after 5 p.m., they're going to go elsewhere. So we need to be thinking about access, and access points are pharmacy. Access points are online booking of an appointment 24/7. And if your veterinary practice software doesn't support that, you might want to switch to a different software that does support that. And last comment, once again, a little tangential, but really relevant to the challenges in the industry right now. Let's all make sure that everyone in your practices is working to the top of their license, so that our veterinarians everybody's overworked, but our veterinarians that are in such short supply are relying on RVCs, CBTs, veterinary nurses to do everything absolutely up to the very top of their license, so the veterinarians can focus on the care of those pets.
Yeah. And happy Vet Tech Week for all the
happy Vet Tech
That's a
Week.
big round of applause there for that one.
Yeah.
Because I definitely couldn't do it.
No.
I do without my vet tech. So
that was like the perfect segue into the fact, like, let's use everybody, and then let's go ahead and make sure that in fact that we're commenting on our vet techs. I think that's huge. We are at close to the end here, so we are going to actually bring on stage our final person who's going to enable us to do our toast tonight. This is Dr. Andrea Dover, and I'm having a hard time pinning you all of a sudden. And what we are going to do is raise our glass and toast all of you, and then we're going to send you to your tables for you to have more conversation. But I really do need to thank Royal Canin and Vetcetera for their commitment to the Bridge Club and helping us bring these important conversations forward. It is folks like this that allow us to have the tough conversations. I do want to say, well, I respect and really appreciate what Bruce is saying about opening more hours. I'm sure all of you had a heart attack.
Telemedicine.
Yeah.
My head. Telemedicine.
Me too.
Yeah, but I do appreciate and respect everything that he is saying there, because he is truly an insider, and the work that he does is really evolving this profession. I also want to thank profusely Dr. Todd East for being here tonight to really talk about the role that online pharmacies are having. I do want to do a little call out to Chewy and say, you're not being bashed. We love you, but at the same time, you are causing us all to really look at this topic in a different way. And for that, we thank you for making us challenge it. But by gosh, we may not like you all the time sometimes. So that's okay. It's part of the process, right? As we're all going through this, and someone had to be the first eye contact provider to go online that caused everyone else to. So we do want to thank you for stimulating this conversation as well. And as always, I do need to say thank you to Dr. Cheryl Good. She is our Chief Veterinary Officer and truly an amazing human being in this profession. And I would be nowhere without her. But with that, I want to turn it over to Dr. Andrea Dover, who's going to also do our final toast. So raise your glass, because I'm about empty. And so let's raise our glass and send everyone to the tables.
Well, real quickly first, while we're doing thank yous, really, I want to thank you, Catherine, for being just such a tireless cheerleader for the veterinary industry and for facilitating these really important conversations.
Oh, I have fun.
So I'm going to totally switch gears on us now. In this day and age, humor could not be more important. And in veterinary medicine, more often than not, humor about bodily processes wins the day. So in spirit of our discussion tonight on pharmacies and medication, I'm going to leave you with one parting thought as we toast. Laughter is the best medicine, except when you're treating diarrhea. Cheers.
True story.
Oh, that's the best.
I knew it was going to be a poop joke.
And you got me choked up. Oh my God.
Literally.
With that,
My work here is done.